Live. So we're about going. Shalom, everyone. We are live on YouTube. I'm Brother Doug with my brother Dennis. We are part of the Awakened by Yahuwah Assembly and Yahuwah Almighty and Yahushua Messiah. And again, I wanted to make an announcement just for those that, didn't see our last video and didn't get the announcement. I will not be on Facebook anymore. So because I was hacked last week 3 times in 2 days. So in less than a month from now, that Facebook account of mine is going to be fully deleted. So please don't try to message me. Please, it's not going to go through. Like I said before, I will be on MeWe, Minds.com, Telegram, and that's pretty much it. And also Instagram. For some reason, Instagram, that's never happened to me on there. So I'll keep that account up because there's a lot of scriptural posts I have saved up on Instagram. So from the past 2 or 3 years, as long as I had an account on there. So you can personal message me on Instagram, which is another thing I like about that social media account. But so you can find me on those social media platforms. Just to reiterate, I will not be on Facebook any longer. Okay, I've been hacked. So if you've gotten some disgusting videos forwarded to you by my account, that was not me. So anyway, so let me just so now after saying that, we are going to be starting our part 2 of Feast of Unleavened Bread study today. So let me just see here. So I want to put my earbuds in just so I don't get any background noise here. So I'm going to go to the shared screen here. Pretty much I'm going to be just reading off of the document here because I do have my laptop next to me, so I'm probably going to be reading from scriptures here on my laptop for my eSword. So I'll be using my phone here to show you the document. Anyone interested, you can always get a copy of this from Google Docs on my account. All right, so here we go. Feast of Unleavened Bread 2021 Part 2. All right, so here we go. Just if I could get these stupid earbuds untangled, that would be great. All right. You know what? Let's see here. Come on, guys. What the heck? All right. Hold on. Be patient, guys. I'm almost there. All right. Here we go. There we go. Now my earbuds are all untangled. So here we go. All right. So you guys should be able to hear me a lot better. There's no background noise here. All right. So we're going to go to the part 2 here. We have about 7, 8 verses that we didn't get to do last time. So we're going to kind of roll through these. And I also have a statement at the end of this study. I want to promote another study that we're going to be doing very, very soon, which is a topic I think that needs definitely more clarity in the body of Messiah. But I'll wait until the end of our meeting today to make a announcement about that. So see here. Okay, part 2. So we're going to first go to Exodus 34:18. And I'll be mainly reading from my Brenton's here. Okay. All right, so Exodus 34:18. And you shall keep the feast of unleavened bread. 7 days you shall you eat unleavened bread, as I have charged you, in the season of the month of new grain. For in the month of new grain, you came out from Egypt, which this makes complete sense what the Septuagint is saying here. If you go by the definition of green ears, the only problem is that if you look at the original Exodus, by the time they're coming out of Egypt, they can eat the grain of the land. So for it to be young green ears, that would be a contradiction historically with the first Exodus there. So the Septuagint actually says new grain, which new grain would mean like ripened, almost fully ripe. So anyway, moving on. All right, here we go. Deuteronomy 16:16. Okay. Three times in the year shall all your males appear before Yahuwah your Elohim in the place which Yahuwah shall choose in the feast of unleavened bread, and in the feast of weeks, and in the feast of tabernacles. You shall not appear before Yahuwah your Elohim empty. Now, this is a verse that's usually just spiritualized as wherever Yahuwah has led you to keep the feast. That's not what it's referring to here. Yahuwah chose a certain place in Jerusalem to keep his feasts. He even chose the temple when you are to go to the temple to offer your gifts, the sacrifices. Okay, when it's talking about 3 times in the year, right? Okay, that's referring to the sacrifices of the Levitical priesthood. Okay, so when it's saying do not appear before him empty, I think it's important that we keep in mind we are in Babylon. We are not in the land that he gave to them, and we're not anywhere where his name is called upon. So I think all those are points we need to keep in mind when reading Deuteronomy 16:16. Because it says the place which Yahuwah shall choose. Now, if you go to 2 Chronicles chapter 7, Yahuwah makes it very clear that he chose Jerusalem. He did not choose America. He did not choose Great Britain. He did not choose, Asia or this place or that place. He chose one place for his name to dwell. And even before the temple, you had the tabernacle where his name dwelled. So again, there's always a specific physical place his name dwells. We can't be spiritualizing and talking about we're the new temple. That to me, that's a very dangerous doctrine. And when you start spiritualizing literal commandments of the Torah, that's when you're going to start being in error. So I think it's very important that we keep that, us brothers and sisters, we keep that in mind. Okay. All right. So, in my opinion, Deuteronomy 16:16 proves that if we are in Babylon, we're in a type of Babylon in America, we're nowhere near the one place Yahuwah's name dwelled. That place was destroyed in 70 AD. There's no way we can give sacrifices. To me, that's proof that there was a change in the Torah, a temporary change, that the sacrifices are put to the side because we're in a different priesthood now. But I also believe that when Yahushua returns, that same exact Levitical priesthood will be reinstated. So right now we're in what I would consider a transitional period where certain things in the Torah we can't physically do. Anyway, so all right. Here we go. 2 Chronicles 8:13. According to the daily rate to offer up sacrifices according to the commandments of Moshe on the Sabbaths and at the new moons and at the feasts 3 times in the year, at the Feast of Unleavened Bread and at the Feast of Weeks and at the Feast of Tabernacles. Obviously, in context, that's referring to them going to the temple and doing that. Obviously, that's the context there. So you can read the whole chapter, 2 Chronicles 8. It actually it gets into the context if you read the whole chapter. Okay. Now we're going to go to 2 Chronicles 30, verse 13. And a great multitude were gathered to Jerusalem to keep the Feast of Unleavened Bread in the 2nd month. A very great congregation. Where did they gather? To Jerusalem. So they knew they could not, they knew they had to go to Jerusalem, had to go to the temple to keep the Feast of Unleavened Bread in the 2nd month, a very great congregation. And I know some people will say, well, Doug, what about Exodus, where it talks about in all the places you live? Yeah, obviously the eating unleavened bread, wherever you are, you can keep that part of the week of unleavened bread. But this specifically in context is talking about the part of the week of unleavened bread where they had to offer all the sacrifices. That's why they're going to Jerusalem. That's why they're going to the temple. And it's a very great congregation and all that. And the children of Yasharal, so verse 21 we're now at on 2 Chronicles chapter 30. And the children of Yasharal who were present in Jerusalem kept the Feast of Unleavened Bread 7 days with great joy, and they continued to sing psalms to Yahuwah daily, and the priests and the Levites played on instruments to Yahuwah. So obviously they're doing that at the temple, obviously. If the Levites are there and they're playing instruments, obviously that would be done at the temple. 2 Chronicles 35:17. Okay. All right. 2 Chronicles 35:17. And the children of Yasharal that were present kept the Passover at that time and the Feast of Unleavened Bread 7 days. Okay. Now we're going to go to Ezekiel 45:21. Okay, Ezekiel 45:21. And in the 1st month, on the 14th day of the month, you shall have the feast of Passover. 7 days you shall eat unleavened bread. That was Ezekiel 45:21. All right, so we got one cross-reference here from the Brit Hadashah, Matthew 26:17. Okay. All right. So here we go. The Passover with the disciples, Matthew 26:17. Now, the first day of the Feast of Unleavened Bread, the disciples came to Yahushua, saying to him, where will you that we prepare for you to eat the Passover? And again, this is where it's tricky, because technically the first day of unleavened bread would be the day of Passover, because unleavened bread is 7 days, including the night of Passover. So this is where it trips a lot of people up, and they think, oh, it's talking about the 15th and not the 14th. So it's just the wording here in the New Testament that trips people up. Anyway, so that's the cross references we didn't get to last week when we were doing a study for the first high day of unleavened bread. So this was a part 2 because today is the second high day for me, my brother Dennis, our sister Sally, and some of our other brothers and sisters that are keeping it starting at the 28th into the 29th to last night into tonight. So what I want to do here is to make an announcement here. This is a study that I've been working on. Oh, come on, YouTube, calm down. All right. It's called the Scriptural Calendar, and it goes through. I have tons of cross references here, even from Enoch that talks about why we keep the sliver and not the dark moon. So soon, very soon, viewers and listeners, we will be doing this study. This study is going to get into why we go by what others that are experts of what the Aviv or Abib stage of barley actually is, which the Septuagint would agree with. So, which is new grain, like I said before. So anyway, so I just wanted to make that announcement. Stay tuned for that. I think that's going to be a study a lot of new people might enjoy, especially people that Yahuwah is calling out of Christianity, out of the church right now. And the calendar is always a confusing thing. So I definitely want to do that soon. It's on my heart to do it very soon. So thank you for joining us. Whoever is good, whoever was watching the study on our YouTube while we were live here. And please stay tuned to all of my brothers and sisters that are on MeWe and Minds.com. I will get this recording out to you guys. I'll post it on my timeline so you guys can see it. I know some of our brothers and sisters weren't physically able to be here today, so they'll probably enjoy that. All right, thank you for joining us. And as I used to say all the time, if you like studies like this, you like content like this, please like, share, and subscribe. If you're brothers and sisters in Yahuwah Almighty and Yahushua Messiah and you're looking for fellowship, please message me on my social media platforms. What I'm going to start doing is on the description of every study we do now, I'll be listing my, links to my social media platforms for you guys to message me. And so thank you for tuning in today. Please stay tuned. We will be doing our regular weekly Sabbath Torah portion on Sabbath day this coming Saturday. Also, Yahuwah willing, Sabbath evening, I will be another announcement here. We will be doing an expose on Mother's Day and baby showers. So stay tuned for that. I think all of our brothers and sisters are going to like that study. So all of our brothers and sisters out there that will be seeing this, have a great, if you're keeping unleavened bread, the last day of unleavened bread today, have a great day, a last high day of unleavened bread. If you kept it on the 27th to the 28th, and yours would have ended last night at evening, I expect that it was a very fruitful one for you guys. So shalom. Have a great day, guys. Okay.